I remember the day I arrived at the airport in Michigan. I was a 15-year-old from Sudan. As I walked through the luggage area, there was this bright light everywhere. And I was like, wow, this is fascinating. Because in Kakuma refugee camp, where I grew up, there was no electricity. And as I looked beyond the light, there was this sea of white people. And they all were blonde and blue eyes, it appeared. But even in Europe, where we had layover, I saw many different races. But in Grand Rapids, Michigan, there was no black person but me and 5 other refugee children I was traveling with. The media named us the Lost Boys and Girls of Sudan, because we had all lost our parents in the war or they disappeared. I met my foster parent and we speak different languages. I only knew few words in English like hello, how are you, boy, girl, cup, water. I was a little bit relieved when I learned that my foster parent had worked in Kenya and can say few phrases in Swahili like jambo, habari yako, which means, hello, how are you doing? The first few weeks in the United States, I was overwhelmed by everything. The language, the culture, the food, even new smell, from choices of soap at the grocery store to seafood. I never lived in a place where you don't see sun for month and month. One day, my foster mom is trying to tell me something I did not understand. She took my hand, put it in her belly, and I felt the baby moving. And I was like, oh, you are pregnant. I can tell that she's a little bit relieved because I'm near her house and she didn't know how to tell me. But in my culture, where I came from, the more siblings, the better. Eventually, she invited me to go to the doctor appointment with her. She told me that I will see the baby. And I was like, what are you talking about? Are you crazy? You cannot see an unborn baby. Is she going to labor? At the appointment, the doctor let her lay down, and she put something jelly in her belly and took something that looked like a magic wand that is connected to computer and moved it in her belly. And we heard this sound, wow, 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 and something moving. It was fascinating. I was like, wow, it's a baby. I'm going to be a sister. When the doctor was finished, she told the doctor, I'm a little bit concerned about Rebecca. I had told her that since I arrived, I had missed my period for several months, and she dismissed it. She told me that it's because of weather change and diet, you're only 15. The doctor looked at me, touched my belly, asked me to lay down just like my foster mom, and she took the same magic wand and moved it in my belly, and I heard the same sound. Wow, 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 wow. I was pregnant. I was shocked. My foster mom was shocked. Everyone in the room was shocked. In a refugee camp where I was growing up, I had a boyfriend, but we were never intimate. We didn't even kiss. We just write love letters like, I will love you to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. I will love you till the river Nile dried up. And also as a refugee girl, I didn't attend school regularly, so I never had a sex education. I knew at 15 and 16, a man and a woman can make a baby. But I thought that when they were married, and I was not married. But few days before I left the refugee camp, I was raped. And I didn't know that you can be pregnant that way. And so I was thinking like, wow, is this it? And I was never touched by a man before, so it didn't all make sense. So my foster mom had her son in March, and I had my daughter Jolie in July. I think I was in labor for like 24 hours. It was super long and tiring at 15. But once I heard her first cry and saw her beautiful face, I fall in love with her. In my culture, when you become a parent, it is your first responsibility. So I imagine myself dropping out of high school and raising my daughter. But my foster mom and caseworker encouraged me to continue my education. They told me that you might have a child, but you are a child. So each morning, I will get up early, before I go to high school, and then come home during lunch, feed the baby quickly, and then go back. And then after school, I come back, and I play with my child while I do my homework. It was the most brilliant thing of my life. And so when I look back into my life when I first arrived in the United States, I did not know what to expect. But my daughter surely grounded me. I don't know if I would have worked so hard in the school to go on to college and graduate school. I have enjoyed watching the woman she is becoming today, and she blessed me. Thank you.